People are arguing also that what if you stake ETH to validators? There is no Ethereum company where there's board of directors that gives out earnings or dividends to people who own ETH. That doesn't happen because it's not a company, it's not a stock. You may actually think that there's the Ethereum Foundation that has developers that enhance the entire Ethereum ecosystem. A couple of days ago, Gary Gensler of the US SEC was asked a question, a very, very simple question.
Clearly, an asset cannot be both a commodity and a security. Do you agree?
Is Ethereum a security or is it a commodity? And what's a bit frustrating about how it went down was he didn't really give a straight answer on what Ethereum really was. And it was a very, very distinct question, a very, very straightforward question, where you could easily pinpoint also using either the Howey test, which was already used to determine whether assets are deemed as either securities or not. And it was frustrating to actually see it the whole time, trying to go around beating the bush and not giving a very, very clear answer.
All securities are commodity under the Commodity and Exchange Act. It's that we are excluded commodities, but I would agree that a security cannot be also an excluded commodity and an included commodity. I'm sorry, Chair, just to...
Allow me to share my thoughts and my ideas on why I believe Ethereum is not a security, but it's a commodity. If you look at it also in the world of stock investing, when you buy Ethereum, you don't actually own a share of a company. You're not a shareholder. If you buy a stock of Apple, you buy a stock of Microsoft, you buy a stock of Amazon, you become a part owner of the company and you share across the benefits. Meaning, if the company earns more and they declare a dividend, you being a shareholder get bits and pieces of that dividend in proportion to how many shares you actually own. In the same way, if you buy a stock of McDonald's, if McDonald's say has 10,000 stores, and fast forward 5 years along the line, and they suddenly have 20,000 stores, what does that mean? The value of McDonald's, just by sheer assets alone, and then maybe imputing that if you have 20,000 stores, you've doubled your capacity, it actually means that there's a larger chance that you're earning more. That being said, larger earnings, larger net income, there's a big chance also that the price of the stock should actually follow the fundamental movement of the company. And that's the benefit if you own shares of the stock, which is a security. Or in the same way, if you try to analyze it, and if you try to think about it very well, if you buy bonds is basically you lending your money to a corporation. As you lend your money to the corporation, they'll actually use it, and as they use it, you have the right to collect interest payments. If you buy Ethereum or if you buy ETH, the token in the decentralized network of Ethereum, you're not entitled to anything. You're not entitled to any earnings. You're not entitled to any interest payments. Think about it as just like you owning a piece of commodity, say silver, steel, iron. The possibility that if you own steel, you own iron, you own silver, you don't get any benefits off of it just by holding it, similar to how those commodities are. Why am I saying this? When people own ETH, hold onto it, it gives them a token that acts like a commodity because it's what you need for you to be able to participate and pay fees in that particular ecosystem. In the same way, think about it this way. If you want to buy an NFT, you have to use ETH to be able to buy that NFT. But not just that, you have to use ETH in order for you to pay those gas fees. Or if you're swapping USDC and using it to buy another token via, say, Uniswap, the gas fees that you pay for is ETH. So if you look at it that way, ETH is just basically a token that you need to use because it's part of the Ethereum ecosystem. And that's how it is. People are arguing also that what if you stake ETH to validators? There is no Ethereum company where there's board of directors that gives out earnings or dividends to people who own ETH. That doesn't happen because it's not a company, it's not a stock. You may actually think that there's the Ethereum Foundation that has developers that enhance the entire Ethereum ecosystem. Thereby also, if the Ethereum ecosystem is better, the use and the functionality of ETH might be bigger. But you have to look at it this way. You have gas companies, petrochemical companies like Shell, like Chevron. They do what they can to somehow enhance oil. They do what they can to refine it better, to make it more efficient, to make larger use cases for oil, for gas, for diesel. But in no means is oil, gas, diesel, natural gas, or whatever way or form or shape you want to put it, a security, because it's basically a commodity. That's how you look at it. ETH is the token, the commodity that powers the Ethereum ecosystem. If you also follow it properly and you look at the general context, we need oil and gas to be able to power all of the machines that's currently running in it. So if you look at it that way, by holding on to gas or oil, you don't benefit. But there are companies and corporations like Shell or Chevron that when you own their stock, you actually benefit from it. And that's why, for example, look at Coinbase. Coinbase is an exchange where, as you own shares of Coinbase, more transactions of ETH in their ecosystem makes them actually earn more. But that's basically it. Coinbase benefits from the trades of what people make. There are companies that are earning off of ETH because they have legitimate business models attached to it. If you look at ETH, there's really no business. There's really no board of directors. There's really no security. If you look at it in the context of it just being a commodity or a token that's used in an ecosystem, that's what ETH really is. If it's proof of stake, it doesn't really matter. Primarily because people stake ETH and they're validators inside the ecosystem. And those validators are independent of each other. And what those validators do is their main goal is to uphold the decentralized network of what ETH has. So there's no central corporation that's running it, and there's no central entity where people get to benefit off of it. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope that this was something that was helpful and beneficial to all of you. But in my opinion, ETH is not a security, it's a commodity. And it's something that should have been a very, very straightforward answer. So that's it for now. Marvin Vermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. If you want to trade cryptos, check out the links below for Binance. You can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, and so much more. If you want to learn more about crypto, I have an investment 101 course, which is a webinar that you can watch at the convenience of your home. Links are down below as well. So see you all again soon. God bless you all.